Hi everyone, how are you? Today, a topic that I don't really like to think about. Um, it's overpopulation on our planet. Something that I hear quite commonly. First of all, is it a thing? Really? I'm not sure. We say maybe we're too many, maybe we don't have enough food, etc. I think if we give the food different in different way, if we're not in a capitalistic way of sharing our resources, maybe it can fit. Anyway, that's not what I want to discuss here. But from people who believe in this theory, I guess that there is, in some circles, people who do not want to participate in overpopulating this earth. And from my point of view, it's a belief that can be quite difficult to um, go with, because on a larger scale, we need those people to educate the children, because there are people who think about bigger than them. You people who believe that way, that you should not do a child because it will grow in an adult that will be one more in this earth that is already crowded. I think that your reflection is really noble and worthy. I don't know if it's right, but it's noble and worthy, and this says something about yourself. And being one of those people, it's important that you share, I won't say your genes, but your ideas, that you rise, that you educate a little someone that will be a good drop in the ocean. That's what I mean in the end, is that we need people who will empower our humanity. We need people who will get the education in a family or with parents that will bring them ideas and beliefs and values that will make them rise in a way that will be constructive, that will be constructive for our humanity, that will be constructive for our society. And this is very important, because if we enable those children to come, then our humanity will go and the balance will shift, and it will go in a more positive direction. But if we restrain from creating the next generation, who will do it? Think about it. It will come anyway, right? And people who will do it are people who do not have that reflection, people who do not have that consciousness of the ecological problems, the ecological issue that we are facing. The I'm into spirituality and personal development as well. So the people who do not believe in caring, that only think for themselves, those people will crowd the planet. And that's definitely not what we want to see. We do not want to see children that are raised by unconscious humans. We do not want to children that are raised by clones. We definitely need people who are in a perspective of making the world a better place, to let us make this world a better place, not for us, but for the generation that are to come, not for our present, but for the unknown that is yet to come. Because we do not know if in a couple of years the planet will be better, worse, if the food chain will be restored or what. So, not knowing this, we got to save our, how to say that, to save our possibilities to rise again. And this is by transmitting values, this is by transmitting ways of being. And you could say, well, I don't have a child, I have 10,000 children. I have everyone that I meet is someone that I love and that I will transmit values to. Yes, but people do not learn that way. People will understand something if you teach them carefully, okay, but they will not take it in as much as a child will do. A child will be led by your example. You will enable him to really walk his talk, not your talk, but his talk, and having this awareness of education and letting the little one get who he really is something that is priceless. But it's not just letting him be who he wants to be. That's really good, but as well to enable him to have food for his thoughts, and that's where the parent comes in. I think it's just to orientate, to give some directions where the little one can reflect and go to maybe. So the ending point of this, I think, is really reconsider who will do the child that you will not do. Do we need someone who fixes, who finds solutions for our problems nowadays, or just someone who will go on in a world where the problems are the norms? I think that people who consider themselves reflective, and this is another broad subject, like, am I more, less than anyone else? Obviously, we are all in different levels and all have values. But if you think in a way where you can step back and just say, okay, we, I will sacrifice myself, so quote, for the broader good, then maybe you're the one who should transmit that kind of value to just work for something that is bigger than you. Yeah. All right. That was it for today. And let me know what you think about that, because that's a discussion that I do have sometimes, but not so often. And I'm curious to know on the other part of the screen who is thinking what. Have a good one. Cheers.